With energy, people, once again, much love and respect. Thank you for chiming in. Peace and blessings. It's a beautiful thing. Much love and respect. Thank you guys for chiming in. Today I want to talk about something that something that came across my inbox. Somebody sent me this particular video, and it was a little disrespectful. And I think it needs to be talked about because I think some people may go through this and maybe not know where to turn or what to do because of it. Um, Someone by the name of, let me get their name. I want to make sure I'm correct. I think it's Marie. Let me see. Peace and blessings, y'all. What's good with you? I'm going to wait also for people to chime in. If you can hear me, please do me the favor and put a 1 in the chat. If you can do that, I appreciate it. The name of the person is Mary. I don't know if it's Mary or Marie. I think it's Marie. Last name Johnson. Um, there was something that happened to her recently, and it was disrespectful. Which is, first, I want to make sure you can hear me once again. 1 in the chat, please. If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. Thanks so much. Appreciate you if you can do that. Yeah, so what happened was Marie was just in her house. We're not sure what she was doing in her house, but lo and behold, something happened. And it kind of startled her. And she, hold on for 1 minute. And this happened. First, I want to make sure that, you know, this is a serious situation. This is a very serious situation. All right. I want to talk about this situation that recently happened. Once again, someone inboxed me this. A woman actually recorded her landlord walking into her apartment, literally walking into her apartment. All right. And you just really can't, walk into somebody's apartment, even though you're the landlord. She asked him, she said, hold up, are you walking into my apartment? You mean you just walked into our house? And he said, yes, I'm the landlord. And all of a sudden, she just shut the door. She just shut the door and put a chain on the door, rightfully so. Yeah, because it's illegal to just walk into someone's apartment, even though you are the landlord. I don't know if he walked in with a key opening the door or just opened the door and walked right in if the door was unlocked. I'm not sure of that, but in any case, that is illegal. Okay. So my main point is this. I don't want to judge nobody. I'm not here to judge people, the people that's involved. I'm not trying to judge. Okay. I'm not here to make those accusations and nothing like that. Okay. But what I am here to do is bring awareness. I want to bring some kind of awareness to a situation like that, like this, because some people may be going through this. Some may have went through this. Some may be on their way going through this. So this can help you as well. Because when a situation like this happens, some people, especially women, would be, you know, nervous about something like this. They may be, skeptical. What if something may happen after this? Especially if this was exposed, because this young lady actually exposed the situation on social media, rightfully so. She could be in fear of her family, life, whatever the case may be, because sometimes situations like this can, you know, um, can get worse afterwards. Um, so it could be a possible thing where, because the retaliation of someone or being upset because she exposed it, there could be some things like tampering with her house, tampering with her apartment. You know what I mean? In the past, many years, for years, in the past, there were apartments being burned down. Electrical things have been taking place, far as the apartment is concerned. Missed some things, water been messed up, pipes been pipe broken, whatever the case may be. So these are some of the things that she may be concerned about if someone is trying to retaliate because they walked into her apartment unannounced, uninvited. So again, it wasn't right that they did that, but she closed the door right in their face, rightfully so. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's your house. This space I'm paying for. I'm renting this space. I have a key to the space. And even though you have a key, it is illegal as a homeowner to just walk in. How disrespectful that is. You don't know what's going on in that place. You don't know if she was butt naked, sitting on her couch, watching her TV, and you walk right in. Who does that? So, like again, I'm bringing just this awareness to this situation because I want to make sure that the safeties, the tenant safety tips you need to know. You know what I mean? And how you need to go about this when something like this happened to you, especially to the young women, especially young single women. I'm not saying she's single. I don't know the whole situation. I don't know the whole, situation about this young lady and the landlord. But I just want to share this with you guys. If you ever exposed a landlord for doing something like this, which is walking into your apartment, and you can just tell them, first of all, it wasn't right. You can let them know that's not right, and I don't condone this. You were wrong. This is illegal, and you make sure you get a lot of stuff in writing. Make sure you take the proper steps. Seek out help if you could. From your local public officials. You can take steps like document, for one, everything. Document everything, whether it's text, whether it's the video, like she did. She actually was videotaping this guy literally walked into her home. You know what I mean? And I think it was kind of weird. I know she felt weird.
Door.
She
Yeah,
said this. She said, She said, "You just opened my door?" And he said, "Yes.
The management?
I'm the landlord, I'm the management, something like that." And she just shut the door. Yeah.
Open my door.
Yes, we're from the management.
Take that. Good move. Good move. You didn't have to argue. You didn't have to yell, scream, or nothing. Letting those know who may be faced with the situation as such. She did that she did the right thing right there. She didn't scream, yell, nothing. It's my house, and you opened my door, and I recorded it. Click. Yeah. Powerful move, I must say. Yeah. And it's wrong. It was wrong. Yep, it was wrong. So here's some of the steps you can take to the young lady or anyone, young man who is going through something like this with their landlord. Again, when you expose it, you know, again, some things can happen later on, and you want to protect yourself because some people can be vindictive when they are exposed. Okay, as far as this is concerned, because they think they have the power over you anyway. First of all, document everything, videotape things, make sure you use photos and stuff like that, document, your text messages and dates and times, your screenshots of everything that you have put it on social media. You know what I mean? The dates and everything. Know your rights, man. Know your rights. For one, a landlord just can't walk into your home, you know what I mean, without permission. They can't do that. They can do it if it's a great emergency. Note that. They can do it if it's an emergency, okay? So you young people that's getting these apartments and you're on your own now, you're making things happen, you're moving to your own place, they can open your door if it's an emergency. Might be a fire going on. It could be maybe a really strong leak that's pouring down into another apartment and you may not be there and they go in. But even then, a text message, a phone call should have been made to you to let you know that that they are going into your apartment. I think that would be respectful. I think that would be morally correct, even if there's an emergency. But for you to just walk into somebody's apartment as a landlord, they can't do that. And there is no emergency going on. All right. So after something like that has happened, or if that happened to you, and then after that there's some strange thing that's been going on, you need to record that, document that. Yeah, you need to document that. Whatever strange thing that happened after the exposure, and certain things start happening that's kind of strange. Yeah, make sure you record all of that. Keep your eyes open for strange things, strange smells. You know what I mean? Little, marks or something like that on your car or, on your property or whatever the case may be. And take note of that. Anything broken, anything, any broken locks, anything that look loose, document that. All right. Any wires seem to be out of place. Any sign of tampering, document that. Yeah. Any signs, document that. All right. Very important. So, peace and blessings to everyone that chime in. Much love. I respect you guys for chiming in. I appreciate you. If you like the page, I appreciate it. go on over to David Adams Podcast on YouTube. Please do me the favor and give me a subscribe. That's much appreciated as well. All right. So the nerve of some landlords. It's a moral thing, man. It's a respect. So make sure you report this stuff to the housing authority as well. All those things that you recorded, documented, report that to housing authority immediately. Immediately. Okay. If a landlord, no matter who it is, I don't care who it is as a landlord, if they walk into your apartment and you exposes them on social media, document it, report it to, you know, housing authority immediately. All right. You can, let's see, make sure you keep a paper trail. Definitely a paper trail. All right. Make sure you keep a paper trail. Everything that you jot down, make sure the timing is right, the dates and everything is in order. All right. So once again, I'm not, saying, you know, anything will happen to the person that exposed it. I'm not saying anything will happen, but you got to keep yourself safe because you never know. All right. You never know. All right. Because when something like this happens and then it gets exposed online, it's normal to wonder, especially as a woman, what can happen because I exposed somebody that supposedly feel like they big Willie or something. You know what I mean? So yeah, you did the right thing to record the guy coming into your dang apartment. You know, no landlord has a right to do this. Okay, no landlord has a right to do this. Nope.
You opened my door?
Yes, we're from the management.
You opened my door?
Yes, we're from the management.
She said a few words and got the answer yes. You opened my door. He said yes. Great documenting right there. You know what I mean? You can't say you didn't say yes. But she asked you, you opened my door? So this is very well documented. I respect that. So those who are watching, take note of that. No need to get nasty, disrespectful. No need to throw nothing at nobody. None of that. Yep. Big ups to the young lady, Marie. Big up. Big up to you. Yep. That was not right. So, pieces and blessings to everybody. I got something else to bring to you too. Something else happened recently, about a few days ago. And I was shocked at it. I watched it and it was like, whoa. First, I thought it was a skit. And turns out it wasn't a skit. It was real. It was real. Unfortunately, a brother came into the shop to get a haircut. And as he was cutting the guy's hair, he's really trying to make sure his haircut is right. The barber, the customer is trying to tell him where he needed done at, where he needed this, as far as his lineup is concerned. And a lot of times, stuff like this happens because dudes be sometime upset about how their hair is going as they age. So it looks like to me, as a barber, it looks like to me, no offense, the brother here is already receding. and he feels some kind of way about that because, you know, really, really particular about certain areas. And that happens as you age. Your hair don't grow like it used to grow. And some cats be feeling a way about that, man. I mean, they be really being about that. Real talk. And a lot of times they want to blame the barber for pushing their hairline back, but will not blame God. Word. They will not blame God for their hair being pushed back by nature. You understand me? Yeah, man. They will not do that. They will not do that. So I'm going to show you the video. You may have seen it already. But for those that didn't see it, once again, brother came into the barber shop, sit down in the chair and getting his hair cut, and out of nowhere, he's mad. Not a little mad, big mad. So big mad to the point where he want to pull a pum out on the barber. So I might try to, block out some of the verbiage. All right, I might block out some of the verbiage because there's a lot of words that can get me flagged. All right, here we go. Yeah. So I might talk over it a little bit.
That corner.
He said right here, this corner right here. Right here. He's like, yo, man, check this out because you tripping, man. So my man, basically, the barber, I can feel the barber. He probably been working on it for a minute and really can't fix it because it can't be fixed because the more and more he tap it, it's going to get pushed back even more. And then you're really going to be more upset. So the barber felt like, I'm going to leave it alone. You know what I mean? Your hair already been pushed back already. Not that it been pushed back, it's already back. It's already back. And I can't do no more with it, man. So what the barber do? He throw his hands up. You know what? Don't even worry about it. You don't have to pay me, man. Go on.
I'm tripping. Yeah. I'm tripping. Just chill out. Just chill out. You don't see my shit right there.
So now the tone and ego gets involved because they men. Men don't want to be chunked at all about nothing. All right. But luckily, I like how the barber handled this. Peace and blessings. Do me a favor, like the page, share the page. I appreciate it. I like how he handled it. He was trying to be diplomatic about it. You know what I mean? But still, ego gets involved.
Bro, your shit was up, bro. This way, bro. Don't worry about it.
Straight up. I'm like, yo was already. You know what? Don't worry about it. But my man saying, see right here, he may see something crooked. He know it been crooked. He know one side has always been high because it's been, falling out through the years. But he's angry about it.
Bro, I know, bro. Hold on, what you mean? You trick, what are you talking about, bro? But why you, bro?
The barber only saying, bro, go ahead, because it's been like that. Go ahead. Don't worry about it. So the customer is really getting upset that the barber is trying to brush it off so that it won't escalate. So the barber is literally trying to de-escalate the situation by saying, go ahead. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? You could basically go somewhere else. You know what I mean? Because this already, I don't even want to pay. You can go for free. All right?
I'm like, bro, guess what? Because you your shit was up. My shit.
So the customer's like, you tripping about my hair. Basically, the barber's not tripping about it. He just realized he can't satisfy you. You know, because you already have an issue, a problem already. You know what I mean? With your own hair. You dislike your hairline naturally. I have nothing to do with that, he's saying basically.
No, bro, I'm doing you. Bro, guess what, bro?
But I'm trying to do you a favor to try to make this thing right. But you know what?
Excuse me, bro. Excuse me, bro.
He even saying, excuse me, bro. Excuse me, bro. He's trying to be polite to de-escalate because he see the mentality where his brother is going. All right? Yeah, man. Good morning. Much love and respect. Peace and blessings. Thank you for chiming in, Alberta, as always. As always. Much love. Yeah. That's a good point too, Smiley. Smiley said maybe barbers should take a picture before. And that's a great point. Before they actually even take on that haircut, you know, just in case. Real talk, especially if you see the line is already chopped up. It's already, you know, pushed back already. It's already light in a few areas. Already from jump. So that's a very good point. Take a picture of that thing, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. There are some people that come to barbershops to make a complaint because they really don't want to pay from Jump Street. That have happened to me many years ago. A guy tried to do that twice to me, right? And I don't want to get into the details of the situation, but I got a little buck wild. And it turned real ugly, you know what I mean? But long story short, he did pay. You know what I mean? He did pay, but he had to go through something before he actually paid. You know what I mean? Don't want to get into the details of that. But people have done that. People do that because they may not have the money and they just trying to get a free cut. But this situation, I don't think was the case. I think this situation, this guy was really, really overly emotional about his head. All right. Great morning. What's good with you, Anisha? Ashina, what's good? Miss Johnson, peace and blessing to you. Much love. Thank you for chiming in. I appreciate you. You can go back. If anybody just chiming in, you can go back and look at the status or look at the actual story that I talked about as far as the young lady, woman being, you know, landlord just came on into her house, man, and disrespectfully just walked in with not being invited. So y'all check that out. All right. So back to the barbershop. Yeah. So I'm gonna play more of the video, but this is now take a look at the video. You got kids in there as well. You know what I mean? You got kids running around, a father sitting there waiting for their haircut to be cut, and this is all going on, okay?
Bruh, don't worry about it, bro. You go super, bro. You was already there, shit already put, bro. Don't worry about it, bro.
Right. So which was the right thing to say? Which was the right thing to do? He took this cape off him and like, yo, go somewhere else. I'm going to bring it back a little bit because those just chiming in. And this is a really deep situation. Sitting in the barber chair, just chilling, everything going good. My man trying to actually please him.
And that corner for corner, it's right here. You talking about right here? Right there, yeah. You start first starting, I saw it. But fix what I already seen.
He put his clippers back and everything.
I'm tripping. Yeah. I'm tripping. Just chill out. Chill out. I'm tripping. You don't see my shit right there, my nigga. Bro, your shit was up, bro. Guess what, bro? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Bro, I know, bro. Hold on, what you mean? You tripping? What you talking about, bro? But why you, bro? I'm like, bro, guess what?
He's getting upset because the barber is kind of frustrated and done with the situation. So the customer's getting upset.
Because you your shit was up. My shit, my nigga. No.
He getting offended.
Bro, I'm doing you. Bro, guess what, bro? Excuse me, bro. Bro, don't worry about it, bro. You go super, bro. You was already there, shit already put, bro. Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it, bro. Bro, you finna get attitude about my shit, bro. You tripping? What you mean, bro? You get attitude about my shit, my nigga. Bro, you wanna beat me getting mad? Yeah.
My man, like, you getting that mad to where you want to fade, meaning you want to actually put your hands up over over your cut, over your hair being already messed up?
Cause this my shit, my hair, man. Bro, you have a good day. You
Still,
have a good day, bro.
still trying to be diplomatic, bro. Have a good day. You know what I mean? Still trying to be, a businessman. But look how dude took his chain off. He took his chain off like now he want to fight.
Bro, you tripping. Bro, you finna be getting mad about my shit, bro.
Wow.
But you finna be mad because you getting mad about my hair. What
In
you
reality, I think he just got offended because dude said your hair was already messed up. That's all it is. He got offended by that. He making sure, bro, you disrespecting me by telling me my hair was already messed up. I know it was already messed up, but you don't have to tell me that in my face. That's what that's all about.
You took no chain off, nigga, like you ready to say. You like you going about my shit. Bro, I told you have a good day.
Right. He wasn't mad. He just said, have a good day in a firm way to, keep it moving. He went outside.
Hey, bro.
He had this in his head already. He knew he had the pew pew in the car. And because he's emotionally like a little boy inside, now in his mind, you know what? I'm going to show this dude I'm tough. You don't talk to me like that. Tell me my hair already messed up. You messed up my hair. I'm going to get the pew pew and scare him a little bit. That's what that was all about. And show him, I'm the man. You don't talk to me like that.
You finna do me about. You finna do me about.
So dude, like you finna do me in over a haircut over this, bro. He came with, so of course he's seen the strap. He's seen it. Grabbed him by the neck, kids right there. Now look at the kids. Look at the children backing up, running away. They know and understand what's going on. They know and understand what's going on right away. The father of those two children should have right away. Let's go, fellas. Take them outside. Although he was trying to de-escalate as well. Yo, chill, trying to give, talk some sense into dude. You know what I mean? But at that moment, I think the children should have been out of there. Yeah, so the father of the children was saying, yo, chill, man, chill, relax, bro. But he did try to calm it down while my man had him yoked up on the wall with one arm with the gun in the air pointing down at him. You know what I mean? And literally, pointing at him. That's weird. Like over that. So something else was going on. So my man was saying, don't make me go back to jail. Don't make me go back to jail. So it was an ego thing with this dude. You know what I mean? And some of the trauma that dude may have had, it affected him in a way when the barber was talking to him just as loud as he was talking to him. They both had an energy that was like trying to come across as, wanting to be heard. You understand? So this is why I came out with one of the series called Men Break Differently. And this is definitely one of the ways some men break. You understand? So no matter what goes on in their life, no one may know what's going on in this brother's life. All right? But it doesn't matter. Breaking like this is not necessary. Breaking like this on somebody else that don't have nothing to do with what you're going through is not necessary. Yes, in front of the children, Smiley, in front of the children. When some men break, they don't have no idea what's going on around them. Real talk. The mind is cloudy. You don't care what's going on around you. I can say that. Why? I've been there. A lot of men have been there. You understand? And it's not necessary. When you come down, you realize, God, what the hell did I do? I did that? Yeah. So men break differently from women. Women may be emotional and they may talk, yell, scream, and all that stuff. But men, they break a little differently, man. They go into, take you out mode. Real talk. Maybe what could the barber have done to not allow that man that is already broken to not have him go to the car to get the pum pum? Now, there's really not too many things he could have done because he was already there, already upset about his head. Again, like the young lady, then somebody said on here, the barber could have took a picture way before. Once he see that this hair is out of whack, he could have took a picture before. It's a possibility he could have, was tone could have been a little lower. You know what I mean? Oh, my bad, bro. But just let you know, man. Your hair was a real, really already a little messy. But you know what I can do? Let's see something. Let's let it grow back. All right. You don't have to pay me for this cut right now, but let's try to let this grow back, and see if it grows enough, because I think your hair already is, falling out. It has already been receding. I can see where it's been receding. Although I'm trying to correct it to make it look even and make it look right, it's a little difficult because I have nothing to work with. So maybe if he was in that tone, because dude already broken, he's messed up. You got to be able to recognize the mentality of a person. You got to be able to recognize already mental illness. You got to already, as a barber, you have to already recognize the trauma that's going on, the emotional thing, the things that he say and how he say it. You got to recognize already something wrong with this dude. You know what I mean? Something wrong with this dude. So I don't want to jeopardize my life because I don't know what his mindset is right now. I had a guy come in the shop years ago. I was working at Any Way You Want It. The dude was upset, angry. He wasn't coming at me or nothing like that, but I just want to show you how men break. The dude was an older dude. I was a young man. I was like 20 something years old at the time. But I was still the way I am now, which is having conversations, which is, more of I have that therapeutic mentality sometimes, why people think the way they is. I was still the same way then. So dude got in the chairs, getting his hair cut, everything going good with the cut and everything. And I could see his face. His face is looking kind of sad, looking down and looking angry at the same time. So I said, bro, you good? He was like, nah, praying, man. I'm about to do this thing. I'm about to do this ninja end, man. I'm telling you, man, this dude owe me money, yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? I'm about to do this in the end, bro. And I don't want to do it, man. I don't want to go back to jail. But, man, I'm telling you, he had tears in his eyes. He had tears in his eyes. You hear me? His eyes was bloodshot red. That's how angry this dude was. And to prove to me what he was going to do, he wanted to let somebody know, but in reality, I looked at it, he was crying out. Brother was crying out, all right? I think I was like 23. And on the side of the barber chair, he had a bag. He picked the bag up to prove to me what he was going to do. He opened the bag and showed me the gun. So I looked at the gun. I said, bruh, You bugging, bro. You gotta think about what you about to do, bro. It's not worth it, man. You came all this way. I think at the time he was probably had to be about almost 40. All right. I said, you lived all this time through all the trials and tribulations of your life, and you want to do this, bro, over money? Nah, bro. You bugging, bro. Straight up. You gotta think about what you're talking about. Think about what you're saying, bro. Look at you, bro. I never seen you like this. I've never seen you in this mindset, bro. Cause this is not you, bro. Although I know you angry about the situation right now, but this action right here is not it, bro. It's not it. I kept it real with him. You know what I mean? I kind of shamed him at the same time by saying, bro, this ain't you. Come on, man. To do this and then go to jail, bro. You got kids out here. You rather go to jail, leave your kids, not being around your children for a couple of dollars. It wasn't even that much money. But you want to put your kids in a situation where they can't see their daddy? Come on, man. You bugging, bro. Real talk. It's not you, bro. But I heard him out. I listened to his whole situation of why, the reason, and all that good stuff. And every time he brought up some type of reason why and all that, far as being punked and all that, I debunked all that, bro. So here it is. I didn't see him in about maybe after that. I didn't see him until about maybe, I think it was about 5-6 months later. So in my mind, I was worried. I called this number maybe weeks later, no answer. So I'm thinking this brother did it. But 5-6 months later, brother walked back into the barbershop. I'm like, yo, it was good. And he was looking good. He was sharp. You know what I mean? He had his waves laid to the side. He was, you know what I mean? Had a nice little outfit on, smiling. And he came in and said, bro, I was in town. And I just wanted to let you know, brother, I appreciate you, man, for listening to me. And correcting me, bro. Because I was really insane that day, bro. And I appreciate you talking with me, man. That meant a lot. When I left that shop, bro, you gave me a lot to think about. Bro, I'm doing good now. I live in New York. I'm making things happen. I got my new apartment, maybe a month or two after we talked. And I let that thing go, man. And I'm much better than I wanted to tell you, bro. That's why I just came by to tell you thank you, brother. I was riding by, going to see a relative. And when I passed the shop, I was like, oh, no, I got to go and talk to my man. So, yeah, I really appreciated that. That meant a lot, you know what I mean? And I felt good to the point where, that conversation helped that brother. So from that point on, I always realize men break different. And sometimes all men want to do is be heard. It's the conversation, real talk, because definitely men break different. And so just wanted to give that to you, man. And if you want to go back and check out the other part of this video, which was talking about the disrespectful landlord, you can go back if you just chimed in. Do me the favor, if you can. Go over to YouTube and press subscribe on David Adams' podcast. The podcast is growing, man. It's growing slow, but it's definitely growing. And I appreciate each and every last one of you for making it happen, man. I appreciate each and every last one of you for being a part of it, for you engaging and all that. It means a lot, man. It means a lot. I thank you. Thank you, Smiley, for chiming in. Let me go to the chat. Yeah, man, I want to read some of the chat. Alberta says, God damn, a lot of folks are mentally unstable. Facts. So we have to be careful on who you deal with. That's when your gift of discernment needs to step in. That's a fact. First sight of you and your hairline, first sight of you and your hairline, I would have not touched it. Keep it moving. Yeah, man, you'll be surprised. People don't really notice how many arguments, how many fights broke out in the barbershop because of a haircut. Something that will grow back. Some men are very particular, very emotional about their hair. Real talk. Very emotional, very bitchy. Yeah, about their hair. To the point they want to fight. Yeah. Or hurt, harm, or unalive you because of a haircut. Smiley says maybe Barber should take a picture before just in case. Ashina says great morning and happy Tuesday. Great morning and happy Tuesday to you as well. Much love. Appreciate you. Smiley say wow in front of the kids. Yes, he did. Smiley also say that is 100% that part. Can't see nothing around them. Oh yeah, real talk. When you that angry as men, man, look, you literally black out. When you really serious about something and it really bothers you to that degree, you really black out. This is what they talk about emotional intelligence. It takes some therapy. It takes some, learning and, finding out and looking at yourself so that your emotions won't be that great to really crash out and black out like that. Sometimes you have to actually breathe. You have to breathe, think a few times before you even open your mouth. Sometimes you have to even visualize the consequences of your thoughts of wanting to act, because thoughts becomes actions. So when you're able to visualize your thoughts before you act, man, that helps a lot. Yeah, that helps a lot. Real talk. Smiley also says maybe he could have let him vent his frustration and invite him again for a free cut. Yeah, to help or correct what was done. Exactly. I did mention that. Yeah, maybe sometimes, when a situation like that, instead of returning the energy that the young man had, returning that same energy, maybe you have to de-escalate a little more and have a much better, calmer tone for that situation. You know what I mean? In that particular situation, that would have happened. Now, don't get me wrong. What the barber did, I think it was good. I think it was good. He definitely did good with handling that situation. But I really think if his tone was a little bit more calmer, it would have de-escalated that man right there. Because again, we talk about a man that's broken. We don't want to really act like we stepping on eggshells with a situation with a man with no emotional intelligence. But it seemed like to me the barber definitely have emotional intelligence. I think the barber was really wise. I think he's a really wise guy. But at the same time, sometimes when ego steps in, you really can't see that person that's in pain. When ego steps in, you really can't see that mental illness. You're not looking at it. When the ego steps in, you really won't be able to see the traumatized dude. You can't see that little boy when the ego steps in. Take it out the ego, you're able to see it. Oh, man, my man look a little, as you cut his hair, he look a little disturbed. Yeah, he been dealing with this hairline thing for years. He pissed off. Let me come down a little bit, Let let me know. Let me tell him, you know what? Because I want to keep him as a customer. Because the dude did say, the barber did say that he never seen this customer before. First time him coming in. So he did say that. So assessing the situation, I want to keep him as a customer. Let me offer him to come back 2 more times for free. It ain't about nothing. I ain't losing nothing. You know what I mean? But what I am doing is helping the brother. What I am doing is helping the brother off the edge. Yeah, helping him off the edge. Because if it wasn't me, if it wasn't him coming at me, it's definitely going to be somebody else. And that's a fact. It will be somebody else in the near future, very near future, for him to be riding around with the pium. And if he been locked up already, as he said in that video, you didn't see it, but that's the short version. But there, a part of that video, he said, "I'll go to jail again." You know what I mean? Something like that. He's not legal to be carrying one. Get it? So he will actually go out there and probably do something like crazy or idiotic to someone else because he's broken. So assessing the situation, yeah, I'm gonna help this brother. That's my spirit. You know what I mean? I just want to give something to someone else who may be in situations like this that can change the whole scenario, can change the whole thing just with your words and your demeanor. Yeah. Now, to the brother that crashed out, to the brothers that's like this, you need to learn from this too. You know if you got a hot head. You know if you got a really, really nasty temper. You know that. You know what you're capable of. You know you've been in situations already where you suffer the consequences for assault, for battery, for what they call attempted murder. You know what you've been through already. So when you assess your own self and your own situation, you can also breathe. You can also look at it and say, I don't want my tone to get crazy. I don't want my tone to come out nasty. I don't want to be disrespectful to somebody else because I've been going through some stuff. Let me think before I say something. Let me calm down. Give me a minute, bro. Let me walk to the bathroom real quick, bro. Give me a minute because I'm getting pissed off. But I don't want to disrespect you, bro. Give me a minute. Let me go to the bathroom. Let me go outside for a minute. I'm gonna come right back, bro. Here, hold this. I'm gonna come right back. Take a deep breath. Think. You know what I mean? Think about your children. Think about all the plans that you're trying to do. Think about all the accomplishments that you're trying to make. Think about the job you just got. Think about your wife, your girl, the girl you just started dating within the last 3 or 4 months. Think about all those things. Think about your mother, how your mother gonna be hurt if it goes real bad and you get murked. You know what I mean? And you get taken out of this world, or you get locked up. Think about all those consequences. Breathe is so important, man. Exhale and inhale. It's almost like smoking a blunt. Exhale and inhale. I'm going to say it again. It's almost like smoking a blunt. And once you do that for a few seconds, it will make you feel much calmer, much more relaxed, and you can handle and deal with the situation a little more calmer. It helps, trust me. Because the initial words of tone and everything that will go back and forth with each other, of course, it's going to make you feel like, who the nigga talking to? This nigga don't know who I was in 2000. You know what I mean? It's going to make you feel like that. And then automatically you become that person that was in the past. And you don't have to, bro. You're a new person. You're a new, improved man. You don't have to go there. And trust me, I know that it's hard, bro. It's hard. But small techniques, small tactics that you can use, small tools you can use. And one of them is the most powerful tool is breathing and not speaking until you breathe a few times and think before you speak. Oh yeah, it's helpful. It's helpful. So I say that to say, I was in a situation years ago where I could have been in a situation or in jail for doing something crazy. You know what I mean? After that situation, it made me think about that. It made me think about those things. I didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? The action wasn't supposed to happen like that. But the ego gets involved. Nobody wants to be punked. Yeah, I'll tell you about the situation one day. I'll tell you about the situation one day. So let's go back to the chat. Now, yep. So Alberta says, God damn, a lot of folks are mentally okay. We read that one. We read the one about Smiley. We read the one about wow in front of the kids. Also, Smiley says maybe he could have let him vent. Yeah, that's where we was at. Okay, yeah, that's a good point, man. I appreciate that perspective, and that's what I was thinking. Smiley also says that's what he needed. God placed him in your space at that right time. Oh yeah, I really believe that. I was stone starch Muslim, FOI at that time, suit and bow tie, cutting hair and suit and bow ties at that time. Yep, and that's the mentality that I had was always at that time. I was always looking to save Black men and women. I was branded to want to save Black men and women. Oh yeah. Yeah, she said that's where he needed at that time in that space. And the great thing, he came back. Yeah, man, that thing brought a tear to my eye. I ain't lying. It brought a tear to my eye. You know what I mean? Real talk. Because I already thought, damn, I hope this brother ain't go out there and do that because phone not the same or whatever. Not answering the phone. Then eventually the phone was a different number. You know what I mean? So, and seeing him walk through that door, man, that was like, whoo. And then embracing the brother after he told me the story. That was real. I really appreciate that. Yeah, real talk. That's more than money. That's more than a haircut. That's more than what, no matter how much money you receive from anybody or no matter how much money you got in the bank, something like that is much more rewarding, I should say. Yeah, real talk. And what else she says? And great thing he came back to appreciate it and thank you for what you did. Thank God he didn't allow pride to dominate his humility. Oh yeah, man. Facts. Real talk. Yeah, man. Real talk. And till this day, that brother is much older and he's doing his thing. He's living good. Real talk. Till this day. Yeah. Jaquetta, what's good with you, Jaquetta? Thank you for chiming in. I appreciate you always, man. Always for chiming in. Thank you so much for chiming in. Could you guys do me the favor and like the post on Facebook? Do me the favor over there on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I appreciate it, man. It means a lot, man. It means a lot. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Jaquetta, much love. Thank you for always chiming in. Thank you for always engaging. Thank you for always giving me inspiration and all that good stuff in the morning. I appreciate you, Jaquetta. Much love and respect to you and your family. Jaquetta says, this who you are. I want to say thank you for being who you are. You bring my daddy back to me in your testimony. Wow. And you speak truth. Your life topics, heartfelt, always so blessed. So blessed Tuesdays to you for putting a smile on my face this because my father saved my father. Okay, I have to go on. I have to I can't even let me just go ahead to the actual because it's not letting me do it or look at it further while I have it posted right there. So she also said, Topper's heartfelt, always so blessed Tuesday to you for putting a smile on my face. This morning because my father saved young man in a similar situation. But he has their conversation in the laundromat. He had this conversation in the laundromat when my dad had his laundromat. So thank you for the memory because that young man trying his life around, I turned his life around as well. But thanks for the memory. Oh man, much love and respect. Much love and respect to your father, man. Oh yeah, much love. Yeah, I felt that. I felt that. Much love. What's your father's name, by the way? What's your father's name? I want to give him a shout out. What's your dad's name, man? I want to give him a shout out. Yeah. Much love to her dad. Much love to Jaquetta's dad, man. Yeah, so I mean, there are a lot of good brothers like that. I know quite a few of good brothers just like that. I was around a lot of good brothers like that. There's a lot of good brothers like that in this community, and that's a fact. Old, mid-age, and young. That's okay. That's okay. I can imagine. She said it was so hurtful or whatever. Helpful. So if you didn't understand, and I apologize, but my heart was so full reading and sitting here looking. I'm watching on TV on the YouTube channel as well. So if you can't read it, I apologize. I'm just saying thank you. Thank you. So thank you so much for all you do. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for always, being a part of it again. Yep, I appreciate you. No doubt. Yeah, I understand. Sometimes you can get so emotional when you type and stuff, and sometimes it don't come out right. And I get that. So trust me, I truly did understand everything you were saying. You know what I mean? I did understand everything you were saying. Yeah. Yeah. Real talk. That was a very emotional comment, man. So I thank you for your appreciation of it, of this post or this live right now. Yeah. Once again, man, do me the favor if you can go over to YouTube, press subscribe. We're going to have a lot of conversations like this. I'm going to have a lot of content, a lot of different content. Some things people are not going to like, and I understand that. And it's not about everybody liking what I do. It's not about everybody liking the content that I have or that I'm pushing, but it's not about everybody. If one person is affected in a positive way regarding the content I'm doing, it's much appreciated. And I've done my job, real talk. I've done my job. Yep. So again, Jaquetta, what's daddy name? I want to know daddy name. If y'all want to know daddy name too, say, we want to know daddy name. What's daddy name? Told you I want to give him a shout out. I want to probably do a prayer and all that stuff too. You know what I mean? In my quiet time, in my downtime, put people like your dad in my prayer. Oh yeah, real talk. Good morning to those who just chiming in. Good morning to the good energy people. D.A.P. Peace and blessings. I still want to know his name. You're not going to get away from that. Let me have his name, even if you have to inbox me, just put it right here on the comment board. Let me know if you did inbox me, or just put it right here on the comment board right now. I want to see daddy name. All right. If you put it up right now, only I can see it. I don't have to share it if you don't want the name to be shown. I need to know daddy name. Since you brought it up, I'm holding you to that. Jaquetta, let's go. I'm going to go ahead real quick and use the restroom. When I come back, I'm hoping I'll see daddy's name. We back. What's good? Let me see if Jaquetta put that name up real quick. And she didn't. Jaquetta did not put daddy's name. You know what I mean? I want to hear daddy's name because it can be an extra emotional charge for me, not in a negative, but in a positive as far as power is concerned. If you ever seen Avatar, I think it's called Avatar. Yeah, it was an animation movie where the people of this land that was getting moved out from their land because of whatever reason, and they kind of held on to their past. They kind of held on to their elders. They kind of held on to the people that gave them inspiration, who came before them. They would actually go to the vine in these woods, and they would tap in somehow through the vines or something that allowed them to touch base with their elders, and it gave them power. It gave them strength. So if you get a chance, go watch that movie Avatar. Pull it up and just watch the whole thing, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So yeah, Jaquetta, I want to tap into dad's energy. That's why I wanted his name. Yep. Just like I know sometime you tap into his energy. Yep. Real talk. Peace and blessings, you guys. Peace and blessings. So, what do you think about the first topic that I brought up about landlord just walking into the woman's house? What do you think about that? If you can do me the favor, put your analogy or your perspective on the comment board. You can do that. Okay? What do you think about the situation with the barber? You can go ahead and put your perspective in your comment on the comment board. You can do that. It's much appreciated. Yeah, you can do that. I want to add too, if anybody got any topic they want me to discuss, you can go ahead and send that to me. You can send it through email. You can send it through my inbox, my message. Text me if you have my number. Call me or whatever. Whatever topic you want me to discuss, you can do that. I have no problem with discussing anything that you would like to discuss, no matter what it is. I have no problem discussing it. I don't have no problem with bringing up uncomfortable topics on this show, by the way. No matter how uncomfortable the topic is, we can talk about it. No matter how uncomfortable the topic is, it's cool. We can talk about it. All right? Somebody said they wanted to interview me. That's what's up. Never had it done yet. He said to me, he said, bro, you be interviewing everybody, man. Getting people's, getting people's story put out there and this, that, and the third. And he said, man, I think you need to be interviewed, bro. Somebody needs to interview you, man. You do a lot for people, man. We need to know what makes you tick, bro, because you keep going. You don't stop, bro. You're helping a lot of people. That touched me a little bit, you know what I mean? I was like, wow. And this happened actually early this morning. Phone call came in, you know what I mean? And brother called in to check on the brother. And I appreciate that. Because brothers normally don't check up on each other, you know what I mean? And I really appreciated that. That meant a lot, bro. So much love. That brother know who he is. Real talk. Good looking out. But thank you, appreciate it. Yep. Anybody want to talk about any topic, once again, send it to me. Send it to me. I got you. Yep, send it to me. For those just chiming in, if you just chimed in, you see the topic. This is one of them. This is one of them. 1, 2, check, check. This is one of them. This was the earlier one, so go back and check it. I'm gonna share the video again. I'm just here chilling, man. Rainy day, cold. This was one of them. So you can see it for yourself.
You open my door.
Yes, we're from the management.
You open my door.
Yes, we're from the management.
That don't give you a right to walk in. Who cares? You from the management. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Landlord or not. It's really disrespectful. No matter who you are, no matter where you're from as a landlord. It's morally not right or disrespectful, and it's illegal to just walk in. Some landlords have done that with a key. I don't know this situation, but some landlords have actually done that. Real talk. Real talk. And it's wrong. So, good morning once again, Ashina. Appreciate you for chiming in. So Ashina says, no matter who the landlord is, just breaking into someone's apartment is trespassing. That could have ended really bad. What? Come on, man. Imagine you just sitting at your couch, man. At the, you watching, TV nice and light, just chilling. You quiet. You don't want nobody to know you home. You just chilling. You're not expecting nobody to come by. You didn't get no phone call. Nobody else live with you. You got kids. They might be really young. They ain't got no keys. And somebody walk up in your damn apartment like, what the hell? At that moment, what if she had a pium and was scared for her life? What if? So to the landlords, you got to be a little more wiser than that. You got to have a little more respect. Respect can take you a long way. You know what I mean? And not having respect can get you murked in that situation like that. Imagine if it was another state and the landlord did that because of the cockiness, because of the feeling like I'm above you. I can do what I want. This is my house. This is my house. So I can come in anytime I want. I can send any management in there anytime I want. Imagine if it was in one of them stand your ground environments. That could have went really left. Real short. Real talk. Hold up. See, this is the part I didn't know. Ashina says, Ashina says, every entry with a key can be viewed differently. No, not even that. It can be viewed differently, but still, if I didn't get a warning, if I didn't get a call or a knock, and you just entered with a key, and there is no emergency, we didn't talk about you coming into my home fixing nothing, none of that, and you coming with a key, that's wrong too. I don't care. That's wrong too. Yeah. Facts. Jamal said, just imagine how many more landlords are doing this. Knowing the tenants weren't home. Dude would have got his head beat and just walking in my place. Yeah, man, because that's totally disrespectful, man. What if my wife was bucket naked? I'm talking about bucket naked. And you walked in and she's sitting there with a towel on her head or something, just chilling, just got out of the shower. Your wife sitting, chilling in her underwear. And you not even home as the man, you at work somewhere. She just chilling. That make you want to beat the brakes off somebody. That's real talk. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. So Ashina says entry with a key can be viewed differently, but using a tool, a screwdriver, in this case, is criminal trespassing. Wow. See, I didn't even know that part. I tried to touch bases with the young lady. I did. I inboxed her. And I would have loved to have her on to share, to help other people who may go through this, young families who may go through this. Because it's not like it's not going to stop, because some people that have power, as power in owning, sometimes that goes to people's head. That's a fact. It goes to people's head sometimes. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Wow, lunchtime is already here, huh? Yep. So yeah. Um, I didn't know it was a screwdriver. You actually got yourself in there with a screwdriver. I don't care what the situation is. It's disrespectful. I think it's wrong, and I think it's illegal. Yeah. You going in with, oh, that's definitely criminal. It's wrong. Yeah. Now, what else you say, Sheena? Sheena also says, baby, it wouldn't have went well, especially right now. Homeboy would have been hurt, sorry. Because he has no right coming into my house unannounced. Walking in. Oh no. That's a lot of them home association people think they got the right to do the people. Oh no. That's not right. That's something she's protected, her property. She's exactly what it would, that's exactly what it would have been me protective, my property. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, man. You breaking in. And face to face. That could have definitely went left. Although in Jersey, if it was a pew situation, you would go to jail. Because in Jersey, the laws is if you're not in a threat far as a death threatening situation, you can't even pew in Jersey if somebody walk into your house. You can't. By law, they say you can't do that. But it don't make sense to me though. Because you walking in my house, you broke in my house. But because that person at that point, you do got a screwdriver. Now that's a threat. You know what I mean? So I don't know how that would work. But most times you're going to have to go to jail just to fight the fact that it was a threat or not, Jamal, what you say? They don't even try that hard to come repair things. He came to start one of those mystery insurance fires. Wow. I just mentioned something like that earlier, and I was talking about if you expose something like that and people want to take revenge, one of those situations like that could have happened. Not saying this will happen here in this situation, but that have happened where people exposed it and people got offended, people got mad, And what they do, they go get the match. Yeah, they start something in the walls, something like that. You know what I mean? Just to get rid of the people that they felt disrespected them. You know what I mean? As a landlord. Yeah. I thank you for you guys chiming in and engaging in this conversation, because it's a conversation that need to be had. How many young girls out there, young boys out there, coming together and getting an apartment, and they may not know none of the rules, they might not know none of the laws, they might not know their rights, but they 21, 23, fresh and getting a new apartment. Yeah, so this conversation is needed to make people aware. You know what I mean? Definitely aware. Because at the end of the day, it's disrespectful. And it's not to point fingers and judge no one in this situation. Again, it's more of, raising awareness. That's all. All right. Because a lot of times it has happened, like I said, once something becomes public, tenants can start worrying. Young people can start worrying about the consequences. You know what I mean? So tenants must protect themselves. These are some of the practical steps you can take once again. Document everything. Videos, photos, text messages, dates, times, screenshots, social posts. If you see any changed behaviors, yeah. After you exposed it, keep your eyes open, keep your nose open. Smell stuff that's something you may, pay attention to the smells. You know what I mean? Pay attention if you smell gas. Yeah, pay attention. I had an issue years ago where something like that have happened. Apartment caught on fire out of nowhere. Woke up to a blazing fire coming out of the hole where there used to be what is that called? A radiator. Out of the hole of a radiator, I'm talking about fire like it was a torch blowing up. And it was burning the house down. We had to climb out of the window. Yeah. Having words with the landlord. Just asking questions. Yeah. Whole family in the house. So be careful. Pay attention. Pay attention when they want to come fix something, but probably it's a possibility. Not saying this situation at all. Hypothetically speaking, may come to fix something. Another situation, a situation that can possibly be, on its way happening to somebody out there. Coming to fix something, but really coming to break something or make something malfunction. Things you see, things you hear, things you smell, report it immediately to the fire department, the police. Yeah. Create a digital trail. Again, I'm not saying anything will happen to her. I'm not saying this particular situation or anybody else. But when something as serious as unauthorized entry happens and it gets exposed online, got to be careful and be mindful. Protect yourself, document everything, and know your rights. Nobody should never feel unsafe in their own home. So, Marie, I'm proud of you for speaking up. I'm proud of you for recording the situation. And you did not get indignant. You did not go wild and get obnoxious and become belligerent. You did none of that. That video, you were calm. You asked the question and you got an answer and you closed the door. That's what's up. Proud of you. My hat goes off to you. Bird. What you say, Ashina? Ashina says, I don't know of any state where a landlord is allowed to enter a dwelling without the tenant's consent, unless there's an emergency. Yeah, man. Yeah. Much love and respect. Oscar, peace and blessings to your gardener. Thank you for chiming in. If you guys that's here can like this page, I appreciate it. If you can just like the page, why? Because it gets around to everybody else once you like it. The algorithm helps share it. And somebody else will be aware and take note if this ever happened to them. Yep, we're just bringing awareness. You're helping me out to help somebody else. And I want to thank the person who sent me this video. You know who you are. I appreciate it. Yep, I appreciate it. I supposed to have did it yesterday, but I had so many things going on. I wasn't able to do it, but I got around to it this morning, and I thank you again. I appreciate that. Again, anytime you want me to discuss something, anybody, send it to my inbox or whatever. It's cool. And when I can get around to it, I will. There's a lot of different things that people sent me. I didn't get around to it yet. All right. But eventually I will. And I thank you for always sending me stuff to talk about. It means a lot. Once again, do me the favor, like the page. Once again, do me the favor, like the page. It means a lot. Share the page. It means a lot. If you want to bless the show, do me the favor, go ahead and just take a screenshot or a snapshot, barcode shot of this barcode, and you can send whatever for a cord, for a light. I need another monitor. You can send $1 towards that. You know what I mean? It'll help me. I appreciate it. A lot goes into this, by the way, for those who don't know. A lot goes into it. And if you can help me in any kind of way, no matter what it is, I appreciate it. Yep. Soon I will be doing a podcast, an exclusive interview with Mike Harris. He hit me up about something that he wants to talk about, and be on the lookout for that. All right. The fireman, Mike Harris. All right. So take that screenshot. You can do something with it. I appreciate it. If you even want to do it later, just take a screenshot of it and put it in your records just in case you want to give something later if you're not able to now. It's much appreciated. It's much appreciated. Yep. Thank you. Go over to YouTube once again and press subscribe. Let me tell y'all how many subscriptions we have right now. I think it was 1,030 something, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, man, that's what's up. 1,030 something subscriptions on YouTube, man. That's 1,000 is actually a milestone. Yeah, that's what's up. Let me look at it real quick again to give you the update, the true update. Oh, it's 1,040 something now. Wow, that's what's up. D.A.P moving on up. So yeah, I appreciate you guys who have done it, man. For those who already did it, thank you. Thank you. I'm quite sure everybody here already went over there and subscribed maybe months ago. I appreciate it. Jaquetta, I'm still waiting on Daddy's name. I don't know if you're still here. I can imagine you somewhere sitting back, you know, a little emotional probably. And that's okay. I get it. I get it. Probably crying. I definitely get it. But when you get the chance, inbox it to me or again, put it on the comment board. Yeah. Banging. Sunshine be eating it, getting it in. Well, I'm gonna get ready to get on out of here. Unless you got something else to talk about. I ain't got nothing to do. I'm chilling. I'm off for a little while. So if you want to discuss anything, you can just go ahead and put it in the comment board. I'm just chilling. Yep. Let me look at this real quick. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. There was another situation that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention. I think I did part 2 already on that. Let's see. Y'all make sure y'all go out and show love to Tina Knowles. She's doing her thing. Tina Knowles is doing her thing. I just did a whole interview on her, by the way. Let me see if I can share it with y'all. I did it yesterday. If you didn't get to see that, why not? I can show it to you right now. Why not? Why wouldn't I? The interview with Tina Knowles yesterday. We were trying to set up a time where we were able to talk and sit down and have an exclusive interview with her, but every time we tried, it never happened. Why? Either she was busy, something came up, or I was busy and something. But the thing is, she was always making things happen, always on the run, campaigning, or mainly helping people. Yeah. So I finally got a chance to catch up with her. Let me just show you how it actually started. Let me show you how it actually started. Oh, wow. I'm trying to play a video and it's saying, sorry. Oh, that's not cool. Sorry, we're having trouble playing this video. As Cat Williams say, what? What? You mean to tell me I can't play? What? Sorry, we having trouble playing this video. What the hell? Let me refresh this. Let me see what's going on. Let me refresh this. Maybe if I refresh it. Okay, it's refreshed. So let me go here and go here. All right. I'm about to share this page real quick. This is the first time, or part one, where I was walking to go speak with Tina Knowles. I wanted to pull up on her because she couldn't never get to the studio. I said, let me pull up on her. I think this is only right because today is that day as far as the voting runoff. All right, here we go. Here we go. See what happened just now? I just played it. I found it back again. And this is what the video said. And that's strange. That is strange. Whoa. Okay, let me try the other video. All right, this one is playing. That was just the first part, so it didn't matter. That was the first part. Let's see. Now this video is playing. Let me go grab that. Tina, I feel like she's like a grassroots type of person, and they're doing everything. She's doing everything herself with some good people around her. This is one of the vans they rocking with some music to it. Flyer posted on the van. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Grassroots. I think she was just pulling up. As a matter of fact, when I got she just left. So we're gonna wait for her to come in and just pulling orbs. I was like, get her to. I was like, oh man, that's the video I was trying to play just now. I didn't play David Ann's podcast. I waited for her to get back. You know, get an exclusive interview with her. I waited for her to get back, and that's what we do. Much love, peace, and blessings to every last one of you guys. Thanks for chiming in. Tap in real quick. Please do me a favor, like the page, get the algorithm going. I appreciate it. We're about to start an exclusive interview with our girl Tina. All right. Please share the page. I appreciate it. We want to get this information from Tina to see what makes her tick. Why she tick the way she tick. Why she tick the way she talk. You know? Once again, unfortunately, we couldn't have her at the studio, but this is just as good. Hey, there she is. What's good with you? How are you? What's going on? How you doing? How's everything? Good. How you doing, my brother? Peace, blessings. How you doing, man? Good to see you, man. Long time. You been good? All right. We finally get to see Tina, man. We've been trying our best for the longest to have you at the studio, but unfortunately we couldn't get you. You're so busy. You always move. Look, I just came here just now and she just pulled off. I'm getting here just pulled off. About to hit them streets again. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Let me get out there and get them last little bit of campaigning and seeing, the people that's coming tomorrow. Make sure they got some hats and gloves. Right, exactly. It's going to be cold out there, so I want to make sure they good too.
No doubt. So I figured since we can't get you at the studio, I'm pulling up on you. And this is day before the actual runoff, correct?
Yes, yeah.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yep.
So let me ask you, what made you want to All right, that's one part. I'm going to play the other part real quick. Here we go. Let's see. One minute. Thank you for you guys for hanging in there with me. I appreciate it. And this is the other part. Here we go. Yep. Sorry for the inconvenience. We got wiped out. All right. So, but we back. We back with Tina again. So the first question I want to ask Tina is, what part of Jersey City helped build you the most? What neighborhood raised you? Would you say?
So you mean to ask me growing up?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I was actually born in Alabama. I didn't come up
Okay.
here until I was like about 13.
Oh, okay.
So, but I grew up on Wakeman and Ocean and stuff.
Got
So,
it. Okay.
actually Wakeman and Stegman
Okay.
and Bayview and
Bayview,
Bidwell is the
Bidwell,
block
Grant.
that,
Okay,
yeah.
no doubt.
I actually stayed there until like I had my daughter,
Okay.
and then I moved on Harmon. So actually Wakeman and Ocean are one who actually raised me up there. That's Peter Bond,
No doubt.
X-Men, Ghost, Hood was little, Miss Gal's son was little,
doubt.
but most of the older guys,
Right.
Sal, all of them and stuff like that up that way.
So
they raised me.
Can you think of some of the other names that actually groomed you and kept you grounded?
I'm gonna actually say Peter Barnes. Like I used to always tell my husband, like that's who used to tell us. I guess he knew we was church girls and
Right.
stuff. And I was like saying, like as he was saying, like how they been on the corner and they know different girls that supposed to be on the corner, that want to be on the corner, and the girls that shouldn't be on the corner.
Facts.
I guess they knew what girls is supposed to, and if we did walk up to the corner,
No doubt.
they was the ones was like, no, if
Nope.
y'all not going to church, if y'all not going to the store, then
Yep.
get back down
Get
the
back
block
down the
and
block.
continue to do y'all double
No
dutch
doubt.
or do what y'all usually do. So I'm gonna say it's most of the guys that was on the corner back in the days made sure they took good care of us and made
doubt.
sure, even us going to church, they used to make sure to give us some type of money to put in church and tell us to pray for them and stuff.
No doubt. That's what's up. What's one memory from your childhood that explains who you are today? One memory from your childhood that explains who is Tina today? What made her the way she is today?
When I realized that I wasn't gonna have a mom on earth.
Wow.
My real mom died at 25.
Wow.
So I knew then it was gonna be different in life of the way I was brought up, and by me being in Alabama and seeing that when my aunt from up here to come down there to get me, and me being in a home and seeing how people was and stuff, I knew then that life is going to be different and hard. So that's what made Tina Knowles, and making sure.
Wow. We are sorry, having trouble playing this video. The devil is working. That's deep. Well, you can go on my page and see it if it comes back, y'all. All right, you can come on my page, see it if it comes back a little later, but it's on my page. Much love and respect to you guys. Thank you once again. I appreciate you. You have been dapped. Any conversation, once again, any conversation you want to discuss, hit me up. Much love. I'll talk to you soon. Peace and blessings. Thank you.